What's up, guys? Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here, and we are back with another LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga video! That's right, this is Episode 6, Chapter 2, The Great Pit of Carkoon Story! No achievements found in this video, however, we do get a gold brick for completing that story, and of course, we'll be back for all of those other collectibles in the free play, which we're getting really close on. So, as these old credits start the crawl, we're going to remind you that this is the home stretch of the story and that we will be taking on a preparing for free play video as per usual, and then we'll jump right into the free play. So part of that preparing for free play might be a little bit of a stud grindage, as we are going to need 1.25 million studs to get that first red brick stud multiplier, the 2x that we picked up at the end of Chapter 4, or excuse me, Episode 4, Chapter 6. Had that backwards. Anyways, credits are almost over. We're going to jump right into the cutscene and talk right through it, because almost every one of these scenes, although the music is turned off, has copyrighted audio. But hey, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell as well, so you get all the notifications of our uploads and live streams. I know a lot of you guys don't even know we're live streaming every single day, pretty much, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Now, some days are on HTG TV, which is our mature channel, which a lot of you guys don't even know about. So, as Luke's about ready to meet his fate here, psych, he's got other plans, we're going to go ahead and remind you one last time to check out HappyThumbsGaming TV, which is the mature side of things, where we play games that are rated above teen, you know, things that might not be so family-friendly. And, of course, our commentary and people are all the same. It's just the games have a little different rating. So anyways, Luke is about ready to start kicking some teeth in, as he is. Yep, thank you, that's mine, thank you very much. And look at that. Oh, and luckily for us, I mentioned in the last video, there might have been a friend tucked into all these bad guys, and it sure was. It was Lando. And all right, speaking of Lando, we got control of him and Luke. We'll go ahead and use either one of them to take out the baddies here on this ship. We got to do a little smashing and building to go ahead and get both of the levers. Of course, got to get that blue one. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. Once you flip both the switches, it'll go ahead and reveal there is a little bit of a, I guess it's a bridge that connects the two ships. Connect the ships, la la la. As soon as we get to the second ship, we actually see that we've got the help of a Wookiee and a dude named Han Solo. He can actually get his pew-pew on and take out a couple of those guys, but I do believe they respawn, and of course, if you're not controlling him, the bullets will not take... See, he's actually hitting him. He's got good aim. He's got gooder aim, but it's not doing any good for us, so... it turns out we're going to have to deflect or shoot ourselves, and I'm not sure that that's the most important thing to do right now. We've got some Jedi mind tricks that need to happen here, but this is weird too. It's like a giant pole. I don't think there's anything up there. I'm pretty sure that's something to do with the free play, and to be honest with you, I didn't read the full details on where mini kits and collectibles were in the guide that HTG Gary put together for us. Shout out to HTG Gary for getting all them collectibles and telling me where they all are. It's awesome. Makes my life easy. Without Doug, Gary, and Tyler P, I would have been super lost with all these guides over the years, I tell you what. All right, so I'm like, all right, better check this out real quick. I get my jump on. I'm all the way at the top. Look, Ma, top of the world. Pew, pew. No, nothing really up here. So, well, I guess we'll keep on keeping on. We should be able to go over to the far right now. And I flip the switch. Doesn't do nothing, Brian. Get on out of there. Yep. We should have access over to the far right. Now that we flipped both those levers down, it gave us another bridge. Connect that bridge. There we go. We can go ahead and make our way all the way over here. Oh, no, some bad guys. Oh, it's Boba. Now, we also got one of those Gamorrean guards, Jabba's trusted little keepers there. We also got another one of it looks like, it kind of looks like Lando's character, but it's definitely not. All right, so take out the bad guys, and of course, we got to deplete the meter of Boba Fett there. Come here, Fett. Yep, he actually needs to be on the ground, I do believe, to harm him. And yep, as soon as he touches ground, though, give him the old jump, pound, and it should be good to go. And I got taken out there. I got to go get all my studdage, and of course, I lose a little bit. I've had a terrible time with studs in this game. I tell you what, I'm very grateful that the newer games aren't as, well, I guess the newer games are just a little more forgiving when it comes to studs and dropping stuff, right? All right, there we go. We got a first little cutscene. Looks like a balloon that got the and oh no, he gone. So Boba is no longer. I guess he's Boba Fetta. I don't know. You get the cheese joke. I guess it was cheesy. I'll accept that. All right, so we got some more bad guys as we round our way around the last little mini ship, which should give us close enough access to board the larger guy there. And then we got to play a little hide and seek with some switches, which it takes me a while to figure out, if I'm being totally honest. This level kind of drug out. I think that when I come back in the free play, now that I know how to complete the story bits, you know, once I actually got to map out where all the medikits are and that kind of stuff, but I think it'll be way quicker. It took me 22, 23 minutes to get through this. You know, I bet you it'll be like 14, 15 minutes. Just because, like I said, I know what I'm doing now. All right, we use the force over here. We're going to go ahead and smash down the railing. I highly recommend that because it's not only gives you a bunch of studs, but it also gives you a little easier access to the ledge here. Go ahead and double jump out, and you should be able to reach the back. Yep, there you go. You should be able to make it all the way down. And here's where I skipped. I was more focused on the baddies here. I wanted to errati the baddies. And so I make my way all the way down, taking them out one by one. Oh, no! What's that step? It's a doozy. That was definitely user error there. You just got to make your way all the way down to the left, take them all out, and they do not respawn, which is nice. And I'm going to flip the switch, and that opens up. So there's 3. You can see there was 2 other spots that we needed to open up, and in order to find those, you actually have to lift a lot of these up. Now, it turns out you can actually go behind them. I was not really smart enough to figure that out right away. I'm lifting them all up, and I was like, okay, do I have to lift them all the way up to explode? Like, what's going on here? And I think, okay, maybe I need to, no, got to go back. So there's definitely some larger ones. Those are going to be the keys. However, make sure you lift it all the way up till it goes gaboom. And slip in there and flip the switch, and look at that. We've got 2 of the 3. Woo to the who. Last but not least, it's going to be a little bit further down, a little bit kind of towards where we started from. Here, oh, look at that. It snuck into the backside there, and I knew that one of those larger ones was going to be the switch. Or is it? It's not! Fooled you! Turns out the last switch is actually up above in that other section, so we're going to make our way back down to the left here. And wait for it. No, it's not there. Peekaboo. No, not there either. Let's see here. Can we get up there? Can we get up there? No, we cannot. Oh, but we can. You got to be smart and quick. You got to lift this one up so it stays. Now, you got about a 5-second, maybe 3-second counter that kicks up. And so you got to move fast. Once you move, though, you should be able to push this down the old pathway. Unfortunately, it's not a checkerboard path. It should be. If it was a later game or a remaster, I'm sure they would have added that. And who knows? I'm curious to see how they're going to do the Skywalker saga. Like, all of these levels are being redone. Now, did they just use the same assets and recreate them in a nice, prettier engine and add some voices to the cutscenes and call that a redo? Or are they really going all the way and are we going to see a completely new level? Like, I'm just wondering, like, are the objectives going to be the same, where we have to get those 3 little ledges pushed out by flipping the 3 levers, right? Like, that's... I'm curious. Or is it going to be a different way to get in here to take these guys? We'll have to wait and see. 2020 isn't too far away. Depending on when you're watching this, it may even be 2020. If you're watching, oh no! If you're watching this relatively from the release date, though, it's still going to be a ways out. And hopefully it won't be the later part of 2020. If you guys haven't heard already, the game itself is probably nearing completion. However, there are 9 total stories that are being told. 9 movies that they all get 5 levels. So 45 levels total. Here's the problem. The last movie doesn't come out until December 2019. They are not giving the developers of the game any info about the movie because they don't want spoilers. So anything from characters to areas to planets to storyline, none of that stuff is in the hands of TT Games, as far as we have been told anyways. And that means that although they could have all 8 of the movies that are currently in existence and already out, maybe they have all 8 of those done, and all they need to do is the final movie. That's great. Hopefully that's the case. That's still going to be a couple of months, so who knows? My guess is June. June is going to be my guess for the release date. We'll see, though. Hopefully it's sooner than that. All right, so this got really confusing for me, and I've been flapping my yapper, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about this for a minute. Essentially, you saw what happened. I got on the left, I built up the grapple pad, I went upstairs, and I flipped the switch, right? Well, turns out that switch is related to a situation later that we will take on in the free play. In this particular situation, though, we actually need to use the force and lift up the, I guess it's some sort of a flap. I know I was talking about my flapper. We got to lift up that flap, and then we got to spin this guy around. Now, if you notice, once you get the blue on the bottom, it actually lights up green. So we're going to go ahead and push that back. We want it blue on the bottom. Now, the last one, the middle one, this took me forever. I ran upstairs. I flipped those switches. I did all sorts of stuff trying to figure this out, and as it turns out, all you need to do is walk up to it, use the force, and it'll actually manipulate the middle color just like it did when I pushed the switch around or the lever around with the bottom, right? So, all right, so now, here we go in just a second. I got an edit coming. Anytime now. There we go. All right, so you can see Luke walks right up, and all we need to do is change it to yellow, and it opens the door, and we are out of here. All right, the easy path, unfortunately, is blocked off, and we find ourselves needing to find some sort of way to get inside that room. So we're going to go ahead and use the old rule of thumb, when in doubt, smash about. And look at that, we got some bricks on the ground, so we'll go ahead and build that gun, blast them, or something like that. So we'll go ahead and hop on this guy and check this out. Not only does it take out the protective bars that were preventing us from getting to them, or them from getting to us, however you wanted to look at it, but it also works rather nicely, taking out the old guard. So once they are all eradicated, go ahead and move inside. And oh no, there were some more guys in there. But we also found a couple of droids that should look familiar to you. So we'll go ahead and take out the remaining bad guys. And luckily for us, we had Luke equipped. So you're going to need somebody that can use the Force. So Luke's going to be your guy, and manipulate the bricks on the right side of the room over to the left, and you should find some more bouncing bricks here on the left back corner, which build up into a terminal. But who is it? It's not giving us any kind of indication of who it is. So, but wait, there's more. We'll go ahead and complete the build with the other bricks on the front left side of the room, and it should power it up and give us access. And my guess is going to be, yep. Why is it that I always make the wrong choice? Have you guys noticed that every time I take a stab at which robot or droid it's going to be to go ahead and... It's wrong. It's wrong. All right, so, and there you go again. I had R2, and it turns out I need 3PL. All right, we'll go ahead and step onto the platform. It should take us up and on out of here. And look at that. We're all here. The gang's all here, guys. Don't worry. And for everybody's sake, we should probably switch to somebody who is a little bit faster. And I see some silver bricks on the left side of that other room. I think Chewie has a thermal detonator that might be able to help us out. I'm not exactly sure. He just seemed to all of a sudden have them, or maybe he always had them, and I was just a little slow on the realization of it. I don't know. In the back left corner, we can see that there is a giant speaker. Now, I thought this was going to be another one of those moments where it's playing that copyrighted music and it's non-essential, but it turns out it is actually essential. We need both speakers. We need to build up another one on the far right corner, but in order to do that, we actually have to get upstairs and manipulate a box down a checkerboard path that doesn't have checkerboard path. So, imagine that. Check this out, though. We're going to go ahead and switch to Luke, use the Force. It actually reveals a grapple point, so switch to somebody that can go ahead and grapple up there. We use Chewie. Ooh. He's up here. He's building something. I'm not exactly sure what that was. It drops a bunch of studs, though. It made me want to drop down there and get them all, but I opted to stay up here and push this down the pathway. Now, again, there is no checkerboard path, which is a little deceiving, but push it down anyways, and it should explode into some bouncing bricks. That should give us what we need for the right speaker. Build it on up, and let's see here. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button, not only here, but over on Facebook as well. It not only helps us on the YouTubes when you do it here, but it also helps you on the Facebook when you like our giveaway posts each week. It's actually kind of cool. We get to help you, and you get to help us, and it's all awesome. It's like the pat on the back, right? You pat me, I pat you. It's all good. All right, what do we got next? We got to, I think, do we have to shoot that thing? I think that's what we have to do. I think we have to shoot that. It's a funny angle, though, and unfortunately, they don't give you the option to, you know, and in the more recent LEGO games, you can actually press and hold and then target things. That's not an option in this one. This is a little too early in the game. So I mess about for a little bit. I'm like, all right, jumping around. Nope, it's not helping. Let's see here. Who else? What? Oh, there's some Force. We'll go ahead and use that a little bit. And what do we got? Looks like room service or something. Hey, look at that. It opened up the dance floor. Oh, time to get our dance on. Dancing, dancing, dancing. All right, so this was really interesting to me. If you notice, like, I'm standing on the wrong ones, it seems. So like, I just kept trying to figure out, okay, which way do I go? Which way do I go? And it seemed every time I stepped on one, a white panel, it turned red. But it stayed red only until somebody stood on it and made it turn green. Now, I just tried to successfully jump to the closest one to me, and the AI did it for... Look at that! All of a sudden, jungle boogie, jungle boogie, little disco music for you there. All right, we go ahead and we can fight the bad guys, or we can just keep on keeping on. I suggest you take off. We get Jabba. Oh, no, Jabba. Oh, no. Oh. That's not good. A little bit rough around the edges there. Leia, what are you doing? Jabba down. All right. She's like, all right, check this out. I need your help. Go ahead and weld that away. And look at that. She's free clear now. All right. We'll go ahead and get back to her in a minute. I don't think she's part... Oh, she is part of the crew now. All right. So we're all... The gang's back together officially. We were one member short. We're all good now, I think, right? We got them all. Lando, Han, Luke, Leia. Both the droids. Yeah, we're pretty good. I can't think of anybody else we might be missing. However, I do miss something pretty big on this section here. As you can see, there's a grapple spot to get up there. If I would have double jumped right, I could have gotten up higher. And I think there was even a mini kit up there, but we'll come back and get that in the free play. But there are a couple of tasks that we need to do while we're down low. However, I got a little excitable, and I take off with Luke here in a minute, and I think something kind of random happens. I'm not actually even sure if it was supposed to happen. But I essentially make it all the way up to the right upper level of the ship, and when I do that, it actually takes me kind of to the end, but I didn't complete the tasks down on the lower level of the ship that allow me to proceed with the upper happenings. And I know that sounds a little bit on the confusing side, but here's what I'm saying. So there are these two targets. We're gonna about, yep, here they are. There's one of them, and the other one's on the top of the right screen there. Those both have little shields around. You can see them. Now, in order to remove those shields, you have to do a couple of things. I've done half of the task for this first one, sort of. I've got the bomb in the right place, but it's not locked in on the ground as it needs to be. So, and here we go. I got the power up, and this is where I feel like I kind of maybe got a little bit lucky, or I don't want to call it a glitch or an exploit, but I don't feel like I was supposed to be able to get up to this next level. And I do. And maybe you can jump up there. I'm not really sure. But I feel like you're supposed to be able to build some stuff up before you get up here. And look at that. I'm like, woohoo! I'm up here. Catch me if you can. And yes, there's more stuff to destroy and build up here. But eventually what we need to do is we need to get up to that cannon on the right and take out those two targets down below to our left. But as I already mentioned, we got to take those force fields down. So I actually build all this stuff up, and you're gonna have to do this anyway. So if you can make it up here, great. If you can't, just know that we're gonna do all this, or you're gonna do all this in just a second as soon as we finish the earlier tasks that I've kind of accidentally skipped over. But it's all about using the force. We just manipulate these ladders, and eventually they get into place, and we have a nice little ramp that allows us to get up to that upper far right side. So yeah, we got these two ones here. Now we should be able to connect. Oh, we got the ladder on the left. Don't forget the ladder on the left. So each side has a ladder, too, that you need to take down, as well as the two ladders in the middle that need to be manipulated. Once the two ladders on either side are done and the two in the middle are flipped up, you can connect them all together, and look at that. We're officially all up here as a crew, but I wasn't sure what to do. But I know now. We got to use the old beep-boop, ba-boop, beep-boop with R2, and that'll activate. Look, it's going to load up some ammo. Ready? Fire in the hole. Now I can hop on here, but watch this. Pew, pew, pew. I've got great aim. Like, stormtroopers ain't got nothing on me, but those force fields are blocking my path. So you got to use your ammo wisely, and of course, every time you're out, you got to refill it with R2. But I figure out here in a second or three that we got to go down there and take out those force fields. And like I said, it's pretty easy to do. The left side has two bombs that need to be slid down the path, one on the front side and one on the back side. And we've got the backside one all the way almost in the right place. It's just not locked into its spot. So we're going to go do that right about now. Now, there's some other stuff right here, too, that we need to handle. And I'm not sure why it allowed... You see that? I actually smashed some things on the other side of the wall that I can't get through. That's kind of funny. And these guys too, these Gamorrean guards, they are a pain in the tuchus. Like, they take 2 of the old jump ground pounds, and, you know, they actually fight back pretty good and do a lot of blocking or parrying. So, like, some of the battles can take, instead of like 2 seconds, can take like 20 seconds. And I know that's not very long, but like, look, he's blocking too. Now I'm blocking because he's attacking, and I can't do anything about it. It's crazy. But I guess that just shows how powerful they are, right? Pretty cool. Are you guys excited to get to free play? Let me know down below in the comments. I want to know what your favorite level has been so far. Most of you have already played this game and have even 100%ed it. Hopefully, some of you are still out there needing some help and are finding that our videos are maybe a wee bit helpful. There's been a couple of spots that I'm like, this game's glitched, something's wrong, I don't know what's going on, I can't figure this out. But it turns out it's just me not knowing what to do. And I will recommend, too, that watching the movies, ironically, can kind of help you get through some of these things, because in the movie they do certain things to, like, you know, overcome this or get out of the trash compactor or whatever it is, right? And there are certain things that we are getting to do in the game, which is pretty cool as well. So, all right, so I mentioned that there's 2 bombs for the left side or front side force field. Now, the backside or right side one actually has a C-3PO terminal, so you just walk up and do the old beep, 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 beep. So now I've got them both free and clear. Now, because I've already gone up to the top and used the ramps and all that, like, I have easy access up top. Well, actually, there's here. Wait a minute, that's not totally true. So I've got a ladder or a ramp over here, stairs, if you will, and you should be able to jump up there. No, let's see. Let's see, where's Luke at? Switch to Luke, use the Force, maybe, perhaps. Look at that, he got that double jump, yo. So we can use him to get up there, and obviously if you get all the way to the top, it'll bring the whole gang up with you, so I wouldn't worry too much about using anybody else other than Luke. Hop on and check it out. We've got some ammo in the tank, and kaboom, kaboom, and down goes the ship. All right, we are out of here. Hopefully, you guys can enjoy this last couple of seconds of cutscene without my flapping yapper, and I'll see you at the totals. Oh, yeah. Voodoo. You know, R2 really saves his robot behind, right? I know I said I wasn't going to talk, but right, I'm not going to let you guys listen to silence. Silence! It's only dinner time. All right, ship's down. We are out of here. Look at that level. Complete. Free play unlocked. No one's actually commented about my echo effect, so maybe you guys don't like it. We got a couple of characters added to the list, and this time they didn't leave us with a hole. Like last time, it was totally weird. Like, it gave us a character out of place, so it seemed. But we got a whole bunch of studs, but not nearly enough for that Jedi requirement, which is kind of a bummer because we could use as many studs as possible right now. We are over the halfway point. Well, actually, we're right at the halfway point, if I'm being totally honest. We're like right at the... We need to basically double our studdage right now, and we'll have what we need to get that 2x stud multiplier, which we'll be using in the free play. But hey, that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga Episode 6, Chapter 2. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. Now, keep in mind, we do have social media. We also have a website. Check it out. As for me, though, that's going to do it. As always, until next time, see ya.